Hey, how you doing? So today we're making a beef sandwich, and yesterday I was on the grill and I made some beef ribs, and I took all the meat off the bone. And what I'm doing today, I have right here our beef ribs that we shredded. I have some onions, I have some mushrooms, and I have some garlic. I also got some butter, some portobello cheese, and some potato bread for our buns, and we're gonna make a sandwich. So let's go ahead and get started by melting some of our butter, and we're gonna start sauteing and caramelizing these onions. And once that start going, then we're gonna add some mushrooms as well, because we wanna give some more texture and we want some more flavor. And onions, mushrooms, and beef, it just go together. So while this melting down, I'm gonna go ahead and add my onions and let them start sweating. I got my heat on medium low. I don't want to try to cook these too fast. I want them to go through the process and just naturally caramelize, get nice and sweet, and just very good texture. Sit that to the side. Move this around. So here we are right here. As you can see, we're just gonna let this melt down. Medium low heat. I'm just let it do its thing. While that's going on, you want to keep working while you can. So I'm gonna start buttering up my buns, and by the time I finish that, I'm gonna go ahead and add my mushrooms. So I'm gonna get some butter that I got on my cutting board, and I'm gonna just start buttering up these buns here. Could also put it in the pan, which I'm gonna do that, but gotta stay progressive, gotta do something. This shit ain't spreading. So while we waiting and while we cooking, I just wanna know, do you like beef ribs or pork ribs better? It's a hot topic, at least at this house. Me, I've been leaning towards the beef ribs lately. They're very good. They are a little bit more expensive, but I mean, gosh, some good beef ribs, some back ribs, or even the plate ribs, some English short ribs, whatever the case may be. If you cook those, you're gonna have a lot of good meat on your hands. So we see our onions starting to sweat, starting to get a little translucent. They're just going into the caramelizing process. I'm gonna let that go a little bit longer, and then I'm gonna add my mushrooms. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and add my garlic, let that start breaking down. Garlic, that's just, honestly, to be real, it was in my container with the onions, and I didn't want to just throw it away. But, I figured it would add more flavor. I didn't think it would hurt nothing. So, break that down, add this to the pan. Me trying to get everything in place, mise en place. So I started this about 3 minutes ago, so hopefully I'm finished with this whole meal in about 15, 20 minutes. I need to let that stay on the heat, otherwise it's gonna be about 20, 25. I just got out of class, started back the semester, and I'm taking food prep 1. And right now we're doing some regional cuisine. That's my class actually. Taking regional cuisine, food prep is another class, but today was regional cuisine. And basically we're just going over the different regions of the United States and what they like to cook, the cultural influence, where they got their cooking styles from. And what is it? Tuesday, we're cooking from, you wouldn't guess it, you might not like it, but it's called the Plantation South. Plantation South, you can just guess why I got that name, the Plantation South. But a bunch of the food is from what you can say slave heritage, or what the slaves was cooking on that plantation, and that's where the southern food that we all love and enjoy today, that's where it's coming from in our textbook. So that's what we're venturing in today in the classroom. And on next Tuesday, that is where we're going to cook from. The Southern Plantation. stay tuned, keep up. I'm going to, record, try to document as much as I can in the classroom. Let y'all see what we making. I know it's gonna be some what is it? We got some catfish, some turnip greens, some I don't know, man. Just a lot of good stuff. I got to get back in my book, see what we doing. All right, so my mushrooms is ready to go in. My onions, my garlic is nice sweated. I can smell it all in the air. It smells amazing in here. So I'm going to go ahead and add my mushrooms. I don't know how you clean your mushrooms, or even if you do clean them. I mean, I would want to try, because as we can see, some mushrooms can be very dirty. Me, what I like to do, I just get a paper towel, I moisten it, wet it or whatnot, and then I just wipe all my mushrooms off. And you can see on that paper towel, there's plenty of dirt coming off of the mushrooms. So I would recommend that you do it. All right, so the onions and the garlic soaked up most of that butter that I put in there to begin with. And this mushroom is gonna do the exact same thing. I guess just FYI, this is half an onion diced up, and that's 4 mushrooms chopped up. That's what I'm using. I should have enough, like 2 burgers or 2, beef sandwiches. But right now, anyway, I'm just adding another tablespoon of butter. Let that melt down so it can help the mushrooms break down their process. They're gonna act like a sponge. It's gonna soak up all this flavor, all this butter, everything coming off of the garlic and the onions, and it's gonna soak it up. And then once it start releasing the juice back out, that's when you know your mushrooms is close to done. And when that happens, that's when I plan on adding my beef. My beef rib that I did last night. Like I said, I cooked it. I put it on the grill, some hickory smoke, and I just let it do its thing for about 4.5 hours. And once it finished, I just took it all off the bone, put it in my container, and I decided to make some sandwiches. I got some crispy onions in my cabinet, but you know how they come in the bag. I ain't make it, so I wasn't gonna pull it out, but I don't know. I like having contrast on my sandwiches, so that's why I was gonna toast my bread, so I got like a little crunch. This mushrooms and the onions, that's gonna be very nice, sauteed. It's gonna be caramelized, so it ain't gonna be too hard. It ain't gonna be too crunchy. It is gonna give a little textural difference to this soft, extremely soft and tender beef rib. But yeah, I'm gonna toast my bread. And while I say that, my onions, mushrooms is getting closer to where they need to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut my little iron on, get my skillet hot, and I'm gonna get my bread toasted. Try to get it golden brown. I ain't trying to go too crazy with it. Got some butter on my handle. All right, so yeah. Just keep this moving around, try to keep the heat even. I thought about microwaving, actually. Don't hurt me. Don't say bad stuff to me. But I started to microwave this beef rib. But truthfully, I try to avoid the microwave as often as I can. I got my air fryer back there, and that little ninja be doing work, like for real. So everything that I need to reheat or that needs reheating, I try to use the air fryer if I can. I mean, some stuff, I ain't gonna go that far with it. Quick 30-second heat up if need be. But anyway, yeah, like I said, I started to use this in the microwave, but I thought a better idea would be to add it with the mushrooms and the onions and my garlic. So that's what I'm getting ready to do now. I'm gonna do that so that some of this fat can render out into the mushrooms, and it's just gonna soak up even more flavor. So let's go ahead and start emptying this into the pots. Here we are. It's gonna fall out if I can get it. Here it is. Break that apart. Dang. Already, I mean, you can see the steam coming from the hot pan and the cold meat that I just dropped in there, but I can already smell the hickory coming off of it. So, gosh, dog, man, this about to be great. I ain't gonna lie, when I was in my class, I was real life daydreaming about this. I was thinking to myself, like, this sandwich is about to go crazy. So, trying to break this apart. This little spatula ain't doing it for me. Flip it over. Here we are. Yeah. Break it up, man. Yeah, there we are. It's a lot better. So break it up, mix it, let all that flavor spread around in the pan. Let that sit for a little while. Come back to it. Get some butter off in here so my bread can start toasting. I ain't turning it too high either. It's only on, 4? So a little medium low heat. I don't want to burn my bread. I want it to be nice and golden. You feel, man? A little bit more. Now, this bread gonna soak it up, so it falls out. And like I said, these some potato buns. They straight. I ain't even used to them for real, but I mean they work. Spread it around in the pan. It's almost too small. But it's straight. We're gonna work it. And go back to the meat, the mushrooms, and the onion. Try to break this up some more as the heat get into it, it's thawing out. See some of this fat rendering from it. Mushrooms looking good and golden. All right, about 12 minutes going about so far? 13 minutes. We're almost finished. I'm heating up the buns, the meat, onions, mushrooms, they're almost finished. So, hey, we're getting ready to make some good sandwiches. Before I take this off, I'm going to go ahead and like separate it, I guess, and then what could be 2 sandwiches, and I'm going to throw my cheese on there so it's melted. I hate going to a restaurant, more so not even a restaurant, fast food place. Sometimes I do that. But I hate going, getting my burger or my chicken sandwich or whatever it may be, and my cheese is still cold. Like if I open up my wrapper and the cheese is still cold, I automatically assume that the sandwich is not fresh. I feel like the meat is cold, the bun is cold, my cheese cold because it's still stiff. Like I gotta have my cheese melted. In case y'all ever decide to make a burger for me. I want my cheese melted, please, please. Yeah, that's looking good. All right, let's heat it up. Look at that. Take a look. It's looking good. It's amazing. Wow. All right, so I'm about to go ahead and separate this into 2 different sandwiches, and I'm gonna place my cheese on top. Look at my buns. All right, yeah, they're doing their thing. I'm gonna go a little bit longer. And this is probably gonna be more than 2 sandwiches, or really 2 really big sandwiches, so I think I'm gonna just go with a really big sandwich. This would be lunch and dinner, I guess, or a lunch and a snack. Gotta get my appetite right. All right, so here we are, separated into 2 piles. And what we're gonna do, I'm gonna get that, place some cheese here, place the other cheese right here, and we're just gonna let this melt. Perfect. Buns getting toasted. Flip that around. Let that go a little bit longer. Oh man. So yeah, man. beef rib sandwich. I wonder what y'all are eating today. If it's something good, something nasty, something you eat every day, something you eat for the first time, just comment. Let me know. If you have no idea, hey, let me know that too. That's cool. I can dig that. Maybe we can give some ideas to each other. Next video could be something, you suggest I try. Trying to be, liberal, as what we said in our class. Willing to try more things in the culinary world. Cannot be a conservative. Otherwise, I won't experience as much as I should or as I need to. So, it's little lessons in class. Gotta expand your taste buds. I just thought about if I'd have put my buns in here, that could have been crazy, but I don't want to go. I ain't gonna do that though. Here we are. Let y'all see this. This sandwich is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be drippy. It's gonna be juicy, and all of it. So, I didn't know what the hell that was. Some bird outside my window and it's chirping, and it just let out like the weirdest sound ever. I'm just putting the butter in the pan. I don't need it, but I don't want to waste it. I got a lot of butter already in here in my buns. So, yeah. So I'm just putting it in there with the meat and letting it melt down some more. And this provolone, the reason I chose provolone, it melts really good. And it's one of those cheese pulls, you know what I'm saying? When you bite it and you pull it back and the cheese is still condensing it and it's trying to, that's provolone. That's that provolone cheese. So that's a good cheese to use. Honestly, I don't know what cheese would have been bad to use on this. I don't. Cause this sandwich is about to be fire. Go ahead and cut my eye off. And get ready to move it over. I know it's super duper hot, so I hope I don't scald myself. I'm about to go ahead and put this first pile onto my buns. Give me a little spatula. All right, so here we are. Check me out. How it look. I hope you got the focus on it. All right. Try to get all this. Wow. Wow. That's about to go crazy. That's about to go crazy, though. All right. Get my other one. Here we are. Get it. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Ooh, hit it. Ooh, 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 hit it. I don't know. You can tell I'm getting happy because I'm making all kind of noises and shit. Forgive me. This stuff's so cheesy looking. All right. Set that to the side. And here we are, we finished. Make sure my eyes is cut off. And we got us a beef rib sandwich with some sauteed, caramelized onions, some mushrooms, a little bit of garlic, provolone cheese, and goodness gracious. Come on, man. Look at that. Can you see that? Like, yeah, all right, let's get it. Let's get it.